Hello, food lovers, adventurers, and curious minds. Welcome back to Global Eats Uncovered, where we take you on a culinary journey around the world, uncovering the stories behind the dishes that define cultures and traditions. If you've ever wondered where the ingredients for your favorite dishes come from, you're in for a treat. Today, we'll be exploring the agricultural roots of the foods you love and how crops and farming have shaped the world's most beloved cuisines. From the lush fields of Africa to the highlands of South America, we'll trace the journey from crop to cuisine. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into how farming has brought your favorite flavors to life. From crop to cuisine, the agricultural roots of your favorite foods. Agriculture is more than just the production of food. It is the very foundation of the global culinary landscape. Every dish we enjoy, from a simple bowl of pasta to an elaborate platter of sushi, has its roots deeply embedded in the soil. The connection between crops and cuisine goes beyond just the ingredients. It's about the traditions, techniques, and farming practices that have been passed down through generations. In this journey, we'll explore how agriculture influences the food we eat and how the crops we rely on shape the cuisines of cultures worldwide. 1. Italy. The magic of wheat and olive oil. Pasta, a dish built on the back of wheat and Italian agriculture. In the heart of southern Europe, pasta is one of the most iconic dishes. Its agricultural roots can be traced to the durum wheat fields of the Mediterranean regions, such as Sicily and Puglia, where the climate is ideal for growing this high-quality wheat. The wheat is harvested in late summer and is central to pasta production, giving it the perfect texture. The second key ingredient in Italian cuisine is olive oil, which is produced from the groves that dot the countryside. Olive cultivation has been a part of Mediterranean agriculture for millennia, with Italy leading the world in olive oil production, especially in regions like Tuscany and Calabria. Farm-to-plate experience. Explore the sunny fields of the Mediterranean, where wheat is harvested and olive trees stretch across the horizon. Tour local pasta factories and olive oil mills, where you can see how these agricultural staples are carefully crafted into the ingredients that define Italian cooking. 2. Guatemala, maize, and traditional dishes. Tamales, a dish defined by corn and ancient farming techniques. Tamales are a beloved staple in Guatemala, and they reflect the country's rich agricultural tradition. Central to the preparation of tamales is corn maize, which has been cultivated in the region for thousands of years. Corn is grown in rich soils, and the masa corn dough is the foundation of tamales. The corn is often treated using nixtamalization, a traditional technique that enhances its flavor and nutritional value. Besides corn, tamales often feature fillings made from locally sourced vegetables, meats, and even the use of banana leaves to wrap the tamales is also a unique agricultural feature, showing the versatility of natural resources in the region. Farm-to-plate experience. Take a trip to the highlands of Guatemala to visit the cornfields, where you can learn about the traditional farming methods that have been passed down for generations. Visit local markets to see how masa is made fresh, and watch as tamales are wrapped and steamed to perfection. 3. South Korea. Rice and vegetables, the building blocks of Korean cuisine. Kimchi, a fermented tradition rooted in agriculture. In South Korea, one of the cornerstones of the nation's cuisine is kimchi, a fermented dish made from cabbage, radish, and a variety of. The agricultural roots of kimchi lie in the high-quality rice fields that cover much of the Korean peninsula, which create the fertile soil for growing these vegetables. Kimchi is often paired with rice, making it an essential part of the Korean diet. The unique fermentation process involves using ingredients like garlic, ginger, and fish sauce, which are also sourced from the region's agricultural lands. The dish is a testament to Korea's tradition of using seasonal and locally grown ingredients in their cooking. Farm-to-plate experience. Visit the rural rice fields of South Korea, where rice cultivation is at the heart of agriculture. Explore local farms growing the vegetables and herbs that are used to make kimchi, and learn about the traditional fermentation methods that make it such a vital part of Korean culture. 4. Ethiopia, coffee, teff, and rich flavors. In the heart of Ethiopia's agricultural landscape, injera, the iconic flatbread of Ethiopia, is made from teff, a tiny grain that has been grown in Ethiopia's highland regions for thousands of years. Teff thrives in the cool, fertile soils of the Ethiopian highlands, making it one of the country's most important agricultural crops. The grain is ground into flour to create the spongy texture of injera, which serves as the base for many traditional dishes. In addition to teff, Ethiopia is also renowned for its coffee, which is grown in the rainforests of the south. Ethiopian coffee is often considered the best in the world, and the agricultural practices surrounding its cultivation are deeply ingrained in the culture. Farm-to-plate experience. Visit the highlands of Ethiopia to see how teff is cultivated and ground into flour for Take a trip to the coffee farms in the south, where you can learn about the traditional methods of growing and harvesting coffee beans, and experience a true coffee ceremony that showcases the role of coffee in Ethiopian culture. 5. Argentina, beef, wine, and agricultural traditions. Asado, the culinary symbol of Argentina's agricultural heritage. Asado, the Argentine barbecue, is a dish that highlights the agricultural wealth of the region, especially beef. Argentina's vast grasslands provide the ideal conditions for raising cattle, and the country is world-renowned for its beef. Asado typically features cuts of beef that are cooked on an open flame, showcasing the skillful agricultural practices that go into raising the cattle. Wine also plays a key role in Argentina's culinary traditions. The country's Mendoza region, known for its dry climate, is the perfect place for growing grapevines, which produce some of the best wines in the world. These wines are often paired with asado to complete the meal. Farm-to-plate experience. Visit the pampas of Argentina to see the vast fields where cattle are raised, and watch as asado is prepared in traditional Argentine fashion. Explore the Mendoza wine region, where you can take a tour of the vineyards and learn about the agricultural practices that shape Argentina's famous wine industry. 6. Morocco, spices and fresh produce from the land of agrarian traditions. Tajan, a dish that celebrates Moroccan agriculture. In Morocco, tajan is more than just a dish. It's a representation of the country's agricultural landscape. The tajin pot is used to slow-cook stews made from lamb, chicken, and an array of vegetables, often including carrots, tomatoes, and onions, all grown in Morocco's rich soil. These ingredients are complemented by spices such as cumin, cinnamon, and turmeric, which are cultivated in the country's spice-growing regions. The use of olives and olive oil also reflects the agricultural wealth of Morocco, as the country has long been a major producer of olives. Farm-to-plate experience. Travel to the Atlas Mountains and explore the olive groves that provide Morocco's high-quality olive oil. Visit the spice markets in cities like Marrakesh and Fez to see how the country's agricultural bounty is transformed into the delicious spices used in Tajan. 7. Vietnam. Rice, herbs, and fresh produce from Southeast Asia. Pho, a dish that reflects Vietnam's agricultural abundance. Pho, the famous Vietnamese noodle soup, is deeply rooted in the country's agricultural landscape. The dish is based on rice noodles and typically includes beef or chicken, both of which are sourced from local farms. The herbs and vegetables that accompany the soup, such as basil, cilantro, and bean sprouts, are grown in the fertile soil of Vietnam's plains. Rice is a staple crop in Vietnam, and its cultivation has shaped much of the country's cuisine. The rich, fragrant broth that forms the base of pho is made with local herbs and spices, which are an essential part of Vietnam's agricultural heritage. Farm-to-plate experience. Explore the rice fields of the Mekong Delta to see how rice is grown and harvested. Visit local markets where the herbs and vegetables used in pho are sourced, and learn how the country's agricultural practices influence the preparation of this beloved dish. From crop to cuisine, the agricultural roots of global dishes. The journey from crop to cuisine is one that connects us all. Whether it's the rice used in sushi or the spices in an Indian curry, agriculture plays an essential role in shaping the food we love. Every dish has a story to tell about the land, the farmers, and the agricultural practices that make it possible. The next time you enjoy a delicious meal, take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication that goes into bringing these ingredients from the farm to your plate. From the rolling hills of Tuscany to the spice farms of Karela, agriculture is the heart of every dish we enjoy.